Check, check, check. How do I am coming out in the speakers to me hearing it?
Hey everybody, it's Rogue Wildy here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the Vintage Nectar, which is one of 5 ingredients you need to complete the Great Taste of Pharloom wish, giving you access to one of the most sought after items in the game, Pale Oil, located in the Citadel. So first things off, you're going to go to Greymoor and head to the halfway home, which is located right there in the middle. And you're going to talk to Creige, who's standing there at the desk, and he's going to offer you to grab some Vintage Nectar out of his cellar, but it's going to cost you 480 Rosaries, so make sure you have those before you come down to Greymoor. If you need help getting some Rosaries, you can find my Rosary farming guide, early farming guide. It's probably one of the easier methods, even as you get further into the game, because the stronger your weapons get, the easier and easier it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to drop down into the cellar, and then you're going to drop all the way down to the bottom, and as soon as you try to grab the Vintage Nectar, the ant colony type enemies are going to start coming out and attacking you. So you have to defeat everybody in the cellar first before the Vintage Nectar becomes grabbable. So you're going to go up and around through the various tiers, and you're going to be finding enemies all along the way, some easier to fight than others. But it's not too difficult. Just make sure that you have plenty of health and that you've healed yourself at the bench that's located in the halfway home. Should you take lethal damage, you don't have to restart from too far away. And just take your time through here. You can use the terrain to kind of heal yourself or hide from enemies as you kind of go around. Try not to be too impatient. Just make sure you take your time and try to take these enemies out nice and easy, one by one. I'm using the Reaper crest because I like the nice long arcing swoops. It's good for keeping things at a nice range if you don't want to take too much damage. I also have the sharp dart weaver technique. I don't know that I use it all that much. I've just been trying to reserve silk so that I can use it for binding if I need to. Some of these enemies are not too difficult. There is a larger boss type enemy that you do have to fight. I can't remember the exact name of it just now, but that enemy itself is not too difficult once you get the mechanics down. It's kind of easy to fight. I do take some damage from him, but all in all, not too bad. Also, I would also recommend maybe using the Wanderer's Crest if you're doing this one. It doesn't have as much range as the Reaper Crest, but you can do a little bit quicker attacks, and so that's pretty invaluable. Also for down strikes, it's pretty invaluable. So if you're somebody that likes to pogo off enemies, that's one of the best crests for doing that. So that's another viable option. I think I was just cruising around with the Reaper Crest at this point in the game, so it's just what I felt more comfortable with at the time. But I have been messing around with the Wanderer's Crest a bit more, and I'm a fan. So here's your large enemy that you encounter. This is one of those last ones that you have to take out. Just keep your distance, try to get your hits in, and then watch for that jumping attack right there that I get hit by. If he does jump at you, you can go underneath him. I would advise just dashing right underneath him so you can get a couple hits in when you're on the other side of him. And it shouldn't make the fight too difficult. He doesn't actually take that much to take out, but it is a little tricky. The best part of this is you can leave the stage here and he doesn't follow that well, so you can go up and kind of keep out of the way in that way. If you do end up getting taken down in health pretty far and you don't want to risk binding too close to the enemy, you can just kind of leap up, cling to the wall, and get out of there. So there's that enemy dead. And I think I'm about done. There might be one or two more enemies that I got to take out at the bottom here. But you'll notice, yeah, as you're coming through, you're going to have to fight. I think there's probably around 10 enemies total. Some harder than others, like I said. But all in all, it's not too difficult of a battle. But definitely make sure that if you can, stock up on some silk before you get here. But that's all there is to it. And there's your Vintage Nectar.
Thank you very much for watching. And if you found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future content. I'll be uploading more tutorials over the next few weeks. And I'd love for you to join me live on Twitch, where I share gameplay, tips, and behind-the-scenes practice. You can just look me up. My handle is Rogue Wildy, just like here. Drop a comment also and let me know what you're currently working with or struggling on. That way I can help and make sure you get the tutorials you need to cover what you need in the future. So I'll see you in the next one.